So first off, I see I was way off on the date yesterday. It's actually was like a few days later than what I titled that video. I'm working on retitling the video, but I'm not very techy, so I haven't figured it out yet. So a little update, a couple of small updates today, I guess. One, my husband continues to do well, which is really good. He's still quarantined in a bedroom that we're lucky. We have multiple bathrooms in the house. And so I've heard that that's one good thing if you have someone in the house who's recovering from COVID who doesn't need to go to the hospital because they don't have respiratory symptoms, that if at least you can have them isolate and use your own bathroom, that's a good thing. So at any rate, he had like a couple nights of fevers, and I think I already said his initial symptoms were like headache, achy body, fever, tired. And so anyway, he had a couple nights of fever so far. It just started, I guess, Monday night. A couple nights of fever. He said last night was pretty good. Not much of an appetite. So yeah, that's pretty much that. He's doing pretty good. I've had a fever, or not a fever, I've had a headache. I'm out of it right now. I've had a headache for a few days now. And so my results come back today. I'm getting the kids tested in just a little bit here. I know little kids don't usually get it, which is one of like the only, like, I guess, saving graces about this this respiratory infection is somehow, by the grace of something, little kids seem to be pretty spared, but there certainly are cases where little kids do get it. So I'm obviously keeping my fingers crossed. But anyway, the thing with this infection, I think, that makes it so awful, and why Anthony Fauci has been saying it's been like his worst nightmare. And I've done a bit of reading in the infectious disease world. I've just kind of been staying up a little on the COVID, the news, as well as some reading of the medical literature, is that this type of infection is like infectious disease experts' worst nightmare. This is the pandemic that has been described in the literature as kind of like the pretty much worst case scenario, or one of the worst case scenarios anyway, because of the rapid transmission. It's so contagious, and because of the fact that people spread it when they don't even know that they're sick. And so if you look to the literature of like, what do we really not want to happen in the future before COVID-19, it was like, we really, really don't want a highly contagious respiratory infection where the person is sick for some number of days before they develop symptoms, where it can be rapidly spread. And of course, that's exactly what we have. And knowledge is emerging all the time about this disorder, in terms of, like, if somebody is not going to develop symptoms, we don't really know the actual rate of what percent of people do not develop symptoms. I think the estimates range from 5 to 40% of people will never develop symptoms. Iceland actually tested like most of their population, and they found that 40% of the people who tested positive for COVID never got symptoms. But, so there's a question on how contagious is it if you are one of these people who never go on to develop symptoms. Certainly, most of the transmission is thought to occur in the home by somebody who's got, symptoms. And so anyway, I'll go ahead and end there. Going to get the kids tested today, so I'll let you know how that goes, and I'll get my results back, I think, today, because we know the people in the testing area, so we'll probably call and bug them or something. I hope you all are well, because I did read in the news today that yesterday the United States reported the highest number of COVID cases yet since this all has begun. And so I'm kind of wondering if I'm one of those cases, but obviously also concerned for the rest of the world. So I'll keep you posted. Thanks for tuning in. Bye.